Hello everybody, welcome back to American Truck Simulator once again. Something different today. A big thanks to Thrustmaster for sponsoring this video and the American Truck Simulator series, and I'll show you what we got going on today. And you'll notice we have a very different setup today. We've got the T248 and the Simtask steering kit, and we're gonna go into more about that in a little bit. Let's go ahead and fire it up. Oh yeah, it sounds good. Sounds real good. And we'll just get rolling. We need to go pick up here in Valentine where we left off, and we're going to be going into the central part of Nebraska today. Should be a lot of fun. Also have myself a knob here today, so we'll be utilizing that as well. And no track IR on this setup, but I think we're going to all be in for a big treat today, especially operating off of this 4090 instead of my normal 3080 Ti I had in the other rig. So let's get around this way. First of all, I just can't get over how beautiful this truck looks on this card, man. Wow. The game itself, I mean, I'll show you my graphics options when we're all finished here and it's all said and done, but it looks really nice. And so we have to make a right turn and then a left turn. So I'm only running 3 mods today. We've got the Creech Bomb sound pack. Then we have the FOV mirror mod. And then we have the Schneider texture pack that I'm using today. Everything on the Steam Workshop. So I'm starting off very small here on this setup. And I don't want to go crazy with mods just yet because remember we had all those stutters in the last video on the other rig. And I have not seen any stutters on here at all so far. Although, you know, we're on a 4090, so it should handle it quite well, and scaling being at 40 or 400% makes a big difference, you know. So having this knob is really nice in the yard. One thing about this Simtask steering kit is that you can adjust how high you want this wheel to be, how vertical you want it to be. Because obviously, you know, if you're in a farm sim or something like that, you might want to have it more vertical. I like it where it's at right here, which kind of gives you a very similar feel to what I had on my other setup. We're picking it up here at the end on the right, and then we'll talk about where we're going today when we get there. But I think where we're picking up is exactly where we dropped off last time, believe it or not. So we just slept over there at the yard, and we're gonna be picking up here and continuing on our journey. That's what we got going on today. And we have lots of stuff to catch up about on today's drive. And we're going in right here. Yep. And all the way this way. This is my main profile. Never mind, I'll find a new route. No, we have to go over here and talk to these people first. We're not making a U-turn. We're going to go talk to them, see where they want us to go, and we'll talk about what we're hauling today.
Finally, we are here.
Finally, we are here. We are indeed. So we're taking grain, 44,655 pounds of it from Valentine to Grand Island, Nebraska. So we're going to be going backtrack on that highway and then going south into a place I have never been before. So that should be a lot of fun. Let's take that job. The cargo is ready to be loaded. They're going to have us load right here. So that's not too bad. Let's just go this way and then we'll swing around Funtown, this thing, into a good spot. And then we just back straight up. There's plenty of room here on this lot to back in, which I really do like. All the way around this way, straighten it out, kind of like that. There we go. And you can see right there where we need to go. That shouldn't be too bad, I'm hoping. But we can always just use the old look back this way. That helps too when it comes to everything here. Driving an automatic transmission here on this setup, which I'm not upset about, honestly. So when we do some T248 runs on this 4090 setup, it'll be a different set of video than, you know, what we normally do on the truck sim rig, which we have our T818 on there and all that. If you want to see what I use on my rigs, I'll have everything linked in the description below. And if you want to use the promo code, you are more than welcome to. It just supports me. And we will stop right here. All right, let's kill the four ways, and we'll kill the engine, and we're gonna let them load us up. Cargo's been loaded. It wasn't that long of a wait. 8:11 a.m. We're going to be able to get on the road before nightfall, so that's all that matters. All right, let's get on down the road, shall we? Give a little bit of forward power there. Make sure we have the trailer with us, and we do. That's all that matters to us. Get a left turn out of here, and it looks like we make another left after that. Any cars come from that way? Doesn't look like it. Anybody from that way? Nope. We're good. Get all the way around. That's what we like to see. Turn left. All right, let's go straight this way. There we go. So yeah, that's what has been going on, and the reason why I haven't made another Nebraska video since its release was because I was setting all this stuff up and getting everything dialed in on this side. And I'm pretty happy with it. And this is the first time I've ever been able to play this game above 59 hertz. So, I mean, you'll see it at 59, 60 hertz, but I'll see it at 144. And we're gonna make a left out of here right after these trucks. Looks like they've amped up the traffic a little bit here in 1.50. Because I don't remember having this much traffic on the roads, you know? I really don't. All right, cool. We're done there. Let's go ahead and pull on out into here. Yeah, there was one car coming this way. That's all right. That's why we have our nose mirrors and our side mirror there. That helps out a lot when we're driving. And now we can kind of just chill, relax, and get on down the road. We just have to get on the interstate, and that'll get us back to the east before we drop south for our final run here. No cars that way. We're all good. Nice. So yeah, haven't seen any skips or weird stuff happening on this setup, and man, it looks beautiful. 400% scaling. We're using that, I think it's the Luma sharpening or whatever it is, all the way up. I could be wrong about that. It's probably called something else, honestly. It's probably called something else. Thank you all for checking out the Outbreak video. If you didn't check that out, it's on the channel here. It was released on Friday. I was able to get into an early development build. And when I mean early development build, it is, you know, we're still a month out from release, but the build I was on is one of those development builds where they're like, you have to do this or this or this or this to get everything to work correctly the way you want it to. And it's just been really, really cool to be on the testing team for Outbreak and to kind of get a behind the curtains look at how a video game like that is developed and made. And then also working with all the different testers on the team. They're a great group of people. They are really passionate about the game, and they want to see it succeed, and they want to make sure that we don't have any game-breaking bugs there upon release. So I've got roughly about 15 hours in the game now, and it's actually quite a bit since I only got access to it for the last few days. Not even a week yet. So I've been putting in some hours in that game and putting in bug reports and all of that stuff. At 65 there, we'll get her up to speed. We'll get her up to speed, don't you worry about it. So this is my main profile, and I decided, well, I had to take a loan out to get this set up today. To get the trailer, get the truck, and everything where I wanted it to be. I had to do a lot of work, to be honest with you, and take out a lot of loans. So I'm just going to be a Schneider driver on this profile, which is what I'll be using for doing convoys and stuff. A lot of people want me to do convoys on my streams, and this will be a better solution if I keep things real simple on the main setup rather than my American Truck Sim setup. So we'll probably be doing that before too long. You see right here on the T248, it shows you what gear you're in, and you can also see your RPM here underneath it. That is the little thing that you'll see it go away once it goes down further. But right now we're just kind of cruising here in third gear, so it's not a big deal.
Go straight on.
Straight on.
Keep right.
And you can also, we're gonna slow way down here. You can also change out to where that would display the speed of the truck, but I don't need that because looking down and then looking straight ahead is kind of not for me, so I'm gonna just use the one that's on the dashboard of the truck itself. Nebraska looking really nice. We're in the green area here. And the further we go to the east, we get back in those rolling hills that we saw before on the last run. So we'll see a lot of what we saw last time just going the other way. But I'm excited to go south and check out the central part of Nebraska and see what that's all about. Really feel the weight on this this truck and trailer. We're definitely feeling it. It's an underpowered truck too. It's not. I think we're rocking 400 horsepower maybe. I'd have to look it up again, but maybe it's like 410 or something. I don't remember. We have our little astronaut guy with us though. That's cool. So tomorrow, well, happy Monday by the way, but tomorrow is Tuesday, and I will be out chasing tomorrow, storm chasing. And let me fill you in a little bit about my background with that. Back in 2011 and 12 is when I was really into storm chasing, and I was doing it a lot. But I've been out recently. I chased, it was like a week and a half ago. This guy's going super slow, my lord, dude. I went into southern Illinois and ended up coming up Cape Girardeau to a tornado cell, but it did not produce a tornado. My God, this guy's going so low, dude. All right, we're gonna get around this guy. Put on the old four ways. That is a scripted slow driver right there, man. Oh, car, I see you. Please let me over. Please let me over. Thank you, buddy. There we go. Nice. But anywho, tomorrow I will be out chasing. My target is probably the Burlington, Iowa area, just to the southwest of Davenport. It's going to be right there in that moderate risk zone. It's going to be really nice. I made a boo-boo on my outbreak video because I was really like trying not to explain things, overly explain things and that, and I was trying to have a more neutral tone to it for people that don't, know this channel. I wanted to kind of make sure it was all right, but I was like flipping through the different winds, and I kept calling the low-level jet at 250 millibars instead of 850. And I got reamed for that, of course.
Keep right and then turn right.
And there's something that's happening, and let's talk a little bit about this.
Turn right.
With the storm community. When I say storm community, I mean people that are out chasing and stuff. People are being real gatekeepy about it lately, and I don't understand where that's coming from. I've seen some people that I thought were respectable people in the weather community on Twitter just like bashing other chasers and other teams and stuff, and it's like, dude, what is going on? Like, holy crap. You gotta be kidding me. The thing is even whenever I play Twisted on Roblox, I see a lot of that within that community where people are like, they'll ask a question about weather and they'll go ... You didn't know that, or they treat them like they're garbage because they didn't know that. And when we get into Outbreak, I'll explain things more and more and more as I make content on it, how it all works. But on the surface level, I'm just going to be like referring to things. I'm not going to go too in depth about it. But if you have a question, I would love to help answer it. I'm not a meteorologist. Like, honestly, people that want to comment on my videos like I should be a meteorologist, like, kick rocks with open-toed shoes. I don't understand where that whole thing, but you know what? It kind of blends like what I've experienced in the flight sim community at times. People just got to get off their high horses, man.
Straight on.
It's okay to be wrong or not know something. But in that particular case, in the development build, like the dew point and temperatures were, the colors were swapped. They were correct. In the icons thing, it was opposite. So there's a lot of things that were going on underneath everything that we were kind of dancing around and making sure the screens are all correct. But alas, we have people that want to be Twitter weather jerks. And man, knock it off. Like if you're into storm chasing and whatnot, like, you know, have at it. But the problem is, this is the problem I have seen, is that when people start to storm chase, see, when I storm chase, I don't stream it. I don't live stream it.
Keep right.
But people that are live streaming it seem to be getting an ego about themselves being out on the road over another chaser. And it's like, come on, man. Pump the brakes. Everybody's allowed to go out and live their life, chase storms, have fun. This is awesome, man. I really like this spot in Nebraska. This is beautiful. A little balloon up here on the left. So if you're into storm chasing, you know, think twice about being upset about another chaser out there on the road, man. I don't understand that one at all. It's like unless you're streaming, then you're not important. That's what I have seen, and it's like, come on. Come on. So if you see me out and about, feel free to say hi. I don't have yellow lights all over my truck or anything like that. It's just a black Ram. We're on 281. Also, let me know in the comments below if you like this setup that I'm running here over my other one, so we can kind of sprinkle it in a little bit more, you know? That was my money going out from the bank for my loans I had to take out for this setup today. I was like, well, I guess I'm a Schneider driver now on my main setup. I'm okay with that. It was expensive. I can't get over how sharp and beautiful the graphics are here. I'm getting no stutters, nothing. Absolutely wonderful. I think that was the North Loop River. Is that what that was? Fairly certain what I had seen there. This is nice and enjoyable to just go down this road here on 281 south. And I think we have something strange happening up here. It's like I had seen on the map, it was like a loop you have to do, but I don't know if it was this run or not. What's over there on the left? What was that? It's like a school or something, schoolyard. I saw a plane over there and I thought maybe it was an airport, but no, it's not an airport. All right, to get all the way over to the right, and then, okay, we made it to Grand Island. Nice. Very nice. We've got Grand Island something Avenue. Okay, this isn't the one I thought it was, the one that has the big loop-to-loop. City limit of Grand Island is 53,151. South 281, that's what we want. That is indeed what we want. Watch for cars here. Yep, we're good. Punch it, Chewy. All the way around this way. Went and saw The Strangers yesterday in theater, chapter 1. Wasn't great. The filmography was awesome. Sound design was fantastic. But it's just like a 1-to-1 remake of the first one, if you're into that. If you saw the first one, you can skip out on this one. The first one did it better. It's a complete remake. But we'll see with chapter 2 and 3 what they do with it.
Keep left.
Keep left. It was awesome, though. We went in there, and it was just me and Nick. We had nobody around us. Just us two in the theater. We had the whole theater to ourselves. Nothing better than that on a Sunday matinee. And the tickets were cheap, too. They're like $10. And I really love them.
Go straight on.
In St. Louis, we have a Marcus Theater that's worth the drive to go to, because you get those awesome reclining seats, big puffy chairs. They're so nice. It's a nice theater all around. Yeah, they've definitely added some more traffic to the game. And maybe perhaps that was a limitation before. They just couldn't have that much traffic on the roads. That was always like a gripe of mine. But yeah, I'm liking where they're going with American Truck Sim. I see a little bit of shimmering out in the distance there on that bridge. Not sure what's causing that. Ooh, I want to hit somebody. Accidentally rolling back here. I have to get used to that on the, I'm used to real automatic and not the simple automatic. If you double press the brake, you're going to be throwing yourself into reverse. And that's not the greatest. Not the greatest thing to have happen. So yeah, all my other gameplay settings, everything's on default. Except for anything that was ported over from the Steam cloud. So like fatigue and all that stuff is still turned off. At least I think it is.
Keep left.
Could be wrong about that. We might have a guy yawning at us before too long.
Turn left.
If you remember that. If you know, you know. Turn left. Very cool. We got Flight Sim Expo coming up soon. That'll be in June. Towards the end of June. It's the 21st, 2nd, and 3rd of June in Las Vegas. So let me know if you're going to be going to that. I will be there. And I have a couple streams I'll be doing. At least one stream, maybe two. From the Thrustmaster booth there. One will be American Truck Sim. So that'll be really cool. And another one will be Flight Sim stuff, obviously. Flight Sim related, I can say. Yep, left turn. Yeah. Get all the way over in this lane here. And you know what's cool is by not using Track IR, I'm using my nose mirrors a lot more than I normally do. Normally with Track IR, you know, you're looking around so much. It's hard to like focus on your nose mirror a lot, but it's really nice here in this particular case. He's in that lane, we're fine. We're just gonna chill in this lane. Welcome to Grand Island, Nebraska, everybody. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. I thought Grand Island was gonna be a small town. It's definitely not. I mean, perhaps it is a small town by standards, but it's like a pretty decent area here. We're gonna be making a right and then going down a side road, it looks like. Oh, it's just one of those kind of roads that splits off. I see how it's doing it. 15 mile an hour around this corner. Well, probably for a reason. Slow her down. Slow her down, son. Make that no problem. We have a turn to the left. There we go. So let's talk about the T248 a little bit. I know a lot of you have picked it up from the last time we ever used it. You said you love it. For me, it's a fantastic entry point wheel. And when I mean entry point wheel, you know, I'm kind of spoiled now with a T818, which is a direct drive wheel. So I'm back to having the gears and the belts, but this one has the hybrid drive on it. So you have gears and belt happening. So you do get that grain in the wheel, but it's a lot more dampened by that belt than just the motor, you know, because you still have a gear there, so you're still going to feel it. But it's very nice. And by default, the force feedback is way too high. So you can just kind of adjust that on the fly on the wheel.
Go straight.
But I have it where I like it, so I don't want to mess with it right now while we're recording. So you still have that grain feel in there, but it's a great entry wheel. I really like it. And to me, this Simtask steering kit is a game changer, so you can have that angle on the wheel that you want, and you get a little knob. We won't call it by its actual name for obvious reasons, but it's nice to have that. I know a lot of people have been wanting me to get one on my normal setup, and I was like, no, I'm not doing it. Sorry. Proceed to the unloading area. Head towards the red flag on your map. You know, what's funny is that when I did that Outbreak video, I chose to go with a different tone for my narration, and people thought I was sick, or my favorite one ever was the, he obviously doesn't like the game. He's reading from a script. Well, I mean, if I'm doing narration, I write a script and I read it. And I'm sorry, I'm not very good at delivering off of a script. I'm getting better as time goes on, but off the cuff, you're gonna miss half of everything you ever wanted to say. So if you write a script, you're doing yourself a huge favor. And hate to break it to you, but a lot of YouTubers use scripts. A lot of them use scripts for any kind of like long explanations of something. So that's what's going on there. Are we backing this in on the left there? Yep. This shouldn't be too bad. Actually, we're going to go down there. We're going to turn around. Go down, turn around, and then we'll set up for the back is what we're going to do. All right. We made it here. Now we can use the knob. Be a knob head now. Yep, right here. And we could line back that in, but why would we do that if we don't have to, you know? Oh, there's a way to get in here from that way? Are you kidding me? Looks like it. I mean, it's a parking lot. We could have taken the parking lot around. I see. Well, let's try something here. Be a little creative. We don't have any fairings really to worry about on this particular truck. So we should have enough room to just kind of whip this thing around. Into the grass, I don't care. That'll work. We're just gonna kind of dive towards this dock and then to the right. It's another one of those classic SES ones that they just don't give you any room to do anything you want to. No, you don't get to. All right, this should give us a decent setup, I would think. Yeah, that's decent. Decent enough. So let's use this for backing. I've never done a full, well, we did it when we picked up. But using one of these knobs is kind of interesting. I can see the appeal of them, why people like them. Around this way we go. How are we looking on that side? Looking good. Looking real nice. Yo, I'm coming back. You hear? Either way, man, you're gonna have to get up on the grass and curbs and nonsense on this drop. Let's go. Let's straighten it out a little bit more to the right here. There we go. They don't give you a whole lot of room here on this one. Oh, hello. Wrong way. Again, used to the real automatic, not the simple automatic, so we got thrown off a little bit there. There we go. Keep on coming back. I don't know if my FOV is doing what it's supposed to be doing here. Didn't look like it was working. All right. We're in there now. Back up a little bit more. We should be able to hit the dock on this one. Let's see if we can bump the dock. Can we bump the dock? We can bump the dock. Come on. I think we will be able to. A little bit further. Yep. We bumped the dock. Nice. Not bad at all. All right, let's go ahead and shut it off. We're going to unload and we'll see what we ended up getting, and then we'll check out those graphics settings. We got an excellent 211 miles, 6 hours, 2 minutes, 39.1 gallons of fuel consumed. Not too shabby. I'm starting to like the UI the more I use it. Like, honestly, it's getting much better. But let's go into options here, and we'll look at our graphics. So I'm using 1440p here today. We got brightness of 100, 144 hertz enabled on the VSync. You can disable that if you want, honestly. FPS limit 00. And then I'm running 400% scaling, SMAA plus TAA, always soft TAA tuning, and the Luma sharpening is all the way at 2. Screen space ambient occlusion is at high. I don't use depth of field. Sun shafts, color corrections on, 200% on the reflection scaling, and everything's high as it goes. High, 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 ultra. Bar shadows, ultra, high, high, ultra, high. Anisotropic filtering all the way at 16. Normal maps, traffic headlights, secondary lights, light visibility ranges are on high as they go, and pedestrians. And that's what I'm doing there. The controls I used today, just using the wheel with a simple automatic, normal power mode. And then I've got overall gain force feedback at 53. Everything else here is at default values or whatever it pulled from the cloud. So not really sure about that one, but that is what we are rolling with here. All right, folks, that's going to do it for this episode of American Truck Simulator. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.